You know, it's interesting. A lot of the people who I still think of as young are now old. They're in their 70s. A lot of celebrities and musicians, people who I still think of as young, they're still current in my mind, are already old, and many have passed away. And then I think about a lot of the people who I know who I have always considered older people, are actually the same age as a lot of the people who I think of as being young. Because when somebody makes something, like a band makes a music video or they make a song, they're frozen in time. In many cases, back in that time, they were very vibrant people, very young, and you still think of them as being young, but now they're old. And a lot of the people who I think of as old are actually the same age as a lot of those people. And I think, you know, that kind of makes you think about stuff. About the grand scheme of life and things that happen. How old people are really not any different than young people. It's the people themselves who are different from one another. But it really has nothing to do with their age. Obviously, people from certain generations have some things in common and can relate to each other on some things in some ways. Just like anybody who has anything in common can relate to each other in some ways. But there is a vast difference between somebody's age and the other correct characteristics of them as a person, which define them from anybody else. Just like somebody's ethnicity, their culture. People from the same culture, from the same race, may have that in common, but that may be the only thing that they have in common. Two people grow up in the same city, that may be the only thing that they have in common. They may be completely different people from one another in every other way. And truthfully, we are all different from one another in the vast majority of ways. Some of us are more different than others. But we are unique people. And you have to look at people that way, as their own unique, independent entity. I think when we assume that other people view the world in the same way that we do, it actually isolates us and them. There should be no pressure on somebody else to conform to the way that you see things. Because there really is no right or wrong method or style in doing things. It's just we all have to figure out what works best for us and for whatever that we're trying to accomplish. We have to find that method for ourselves.